I never thought 8 years ago that I would be serving in full-time ministry. Being able to serve him in a way that I'm serving with all the gifts that he's given me has just been so filling. I feel like I've grown in a way that I never thought would have been imaginable, but I feel like that's how God works.
I am a local EMT. I was an EMT for the last 7 years, and then last year I became one of the admin staff and took over risk and safety, so now I oversee a lot of that kind of stuff. I grew up in church, grew up at a fundamental church, so I grew up with suit and ties, church on Wednesdays, and it never felt right, to the point where eventually one day I walked away from the church, and then I started competing in track and field, went to college for track and field, started training on the Olympic team, had no walk with God, was living my life. Then I moved back home and I had 2 friends that were interning here, and they're like, hey dude, just come to our small group. Like, didn't even invite me to church. And then through their small group, I came back to Southern Hills. And what really did it was Pastor Josh called me and was like, hey man, I know you have tattoos, I know you look a certain way, but none of that matters. It's more about your heart. And that was like an answer I'd always wanted as a kid and as a teenager growing up, and that changed my entire trajectory. As soon as I found out about our youth group and stuff, I was like, I need to go do that, because I know my story's different, my story's rougher than some kids, and there's gonna be some kids that come in that think they can't relate to somebody at the church, and they need to hear, hey, it's okay that your parents are getting divorced, because my parents got divorced when I was 5. I can help you walk through this.
I feel like if I would have had people like that in my life, I wouldn't have walked away from God when I did walk away and stay away for so long. So I want to be that light in the darkness of the regular world for them that I didn't have. I'm excited for the future at Southern Hills, and I would like God to bless us with our own building. Every Sunday night for Ascent, we come in and we tear apart the auditorium to make it suitable for a youth group feel. And that's a lot of work, and I'm willing to put in that work if it means that the kids are gonna have a great time. But I would love to be able to have our own building and just have a place where it feels like home, a place where it is the Ascent's room, where you can come and hang out and just have a good time as a teenager.
One day we're gonna have kids, and I know that our kids are gonna grow up at this church. And I want to be able to say, hey, like, you don't know when it was a storage building and now it's a campus. I can't wait to see like the generations that are going to change through this church in the next 20 years. And I can't wait to see how God's going to change lives through a church that is willing to move but stay rooted in Him. So I can't wait to see what the next 20 years looks like.